Woof. Someone is not getting along with his brother today. And someone is being a little brat. Hello everybody, my name is Jeremy and welcome to my channel. What? Well, that happened. I'm still filming on Jacob's Mac because my computer now will not even turn on at all. It was for a little while. I got a couple videos that I edited and now they're gone forever. So that sucks. I have about half of the money saved up for a new computer, so I should have a new one probably by the end of February. What the fuck is going on back here? I am going to be doing a January favorites video, and I hope to God that I can actually have it up in a timely manner. There is no promises that this is going to get up by, when is this month a 30 or 31 month? I think it's a 30. There's no guarantee that I'm going to get it up by the 30th. So yeah, this is going to be my favorites video for January. Things that I have been really obsessed with this month, and yeah, let's get started. It's kind of more the newer thing. These are red velvet Oreos. They're mirrored in the video right now, so you can't really see them very well. They have a cream cheese flavored cream in the middle. And when I saw these, I was like, what the fuck is this vile thing? This is gonna be probably the weirdest thing I've ever tried my whole life. But it legitimately tastes exactly like red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting. And it's probably the strangest thing I've ever put in my mouth that's cookie sized. And, you know, it's amazing. But it's newer on my list. I only got it about a week ago, and I'm trying to ration them because they are so damn good. Forever and always, the peanut butter Oreos will be my favorite. Those are kind of like, I don't know how new they are, but I feel like they're newer to the line, and they've kind of stuck as a constant because they're so damn good. The second thing that I have been really obsessed with is Skyrim, and I'm sure many of you know that I have loved Skyrim as long as it's been out. But I kind of fell out of it for a little while. Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls series is kind of one of those things, it's like The Sims. You get really into it for a little while and then you're over it for like months, and then you think, I want to play that again. And that's how I was with Skyrim. Like, I played it just so much that I think I just kind of burned out, and now I'm starting to play it again. I've created a brand new character and I'm going through and doing it all again, and it's so immensely fun, and so I'm like really immersed back into that game. I have been really obsessed with Listerine, particularly this green one, and I'm sure that you're probably thinking like, well yeah, you're eating Oreo fucking cookies, you need Listerine. I regularly mouthwash. I had a consistent one. I think I was using Colgate for a while, and over the last couple of months, this is kind of gross, but I've noticed that my gums have been bleeding a lot whenever I brush my teeth, and I was watching a commercial and it was saying like, if your gums are bleeding, it's not because you're brushing too hard, it's because you might have early gum disease, and you can prevent that from getting worse by using Listerine. And I was like, okay, like literally every single commercial is like, do this thing and then this thing won't happen anymore. And so I was like, I'm really skeptical of it, but I've been using Colgate, so I'm already using a mouthwash. It wouldn't hurt to try something different. So I got Listerine, and this one specifically says on the front that it kills plaque and the gum disease and gingivitis, which I don't have gingivitis or plaque or bad breath, but I do have, I think I might be getting gum disease because my gums have been bleeding, and since I've been using this, I have not had any bleeding in my mouth, which has been really good. Again, I know it's absolutely disgusting, but as you get older, certain things stop working the same way that they did before. And it's not like I'm incredibly old, but if I'm starting to see signs of things now that could potentially get worse, it's probably better that I take care of it now before I get to like my mid-30s, you know, or even early 30s, and then something's starting to go wrong that I can't fix anymore. Something else that I have been really, really obsessed with is Michelle Visage's book, The Diva Rules. This is absolutely the greatest book that I've read in a very long time. As an adult, I don't tend to read a lot of books. I think it's just a time issue, you know, like I work a full-time job, and then I come home and I have 2 needy cats, and most of the time I just kind of want to relax and sleep, and I don't really want to do anything, and I kind of just want to veg out and watch Netflix. And so I've always really been obsessed with Michelle Visage since I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and I've really just fallen in love with who she is as a person, and when I found out that she wrote a book, I was like, okay, I have to read this just to like understand more about Michelle, and I am loving every single bit of it, and I definitely recommend it. It is all about embracing your inner diva and kind of realizing what it means to be a diva, and kind of that idea that like diva and bitch are the same thing, and Michelle makes a very clear distinction that being a diva and being a bitch are completely different things, and in order to be the true diva that you are, you need to shed all of that preconceived notion of what like being a diva is and embrace who you are, because you are the diva. And it's just great, like especially like coming, you know, from someone who has been so immersed in the gay community. It really has a very strong understanding of the gay community, and kind of seeing it from her perspective, like it's really cool to kind of have someone who's walked that walk and seen other people do that walk and be able to present that in a way that makes sense, if that makes sense at all. And so I've just been absolutely obsessed with it, and I'm reading it up, down, and sideways as often as I possibly can because it's so great. And I think just for me, it has really helped me kind of with a lot of insecurities that I've had. I've been doing a lot more things that make me happy, and kind of not caring as much as about what other people think about that. The next thing that I have been really obsessed with that I am wearing currently is this e.l.f. Eyebrow kit. And what I really like about this is like I'm one of those people that I want to have good eyebrows, but I don't want to have to spend like $20 to make them look nice. And maybe that's just because I'm cheap. Maybe that's because I am sensible. This is just more practical for me. I have a pretty good base and structure of what my eyebrows already look like. They just need a little help, because once it gets to the ends here, they get a little more spotty and not as dense as they are right here in the beginning, which is how all eyebrows are. But mine especially, like they just get really spotty out here. So I just need something to fill in the ends and kind of just, you know, connect the dots. I don't necessarily need something that's going to give me eyebrows, because there are some people who do not have very many eyebrow hairs and do need something like the pomades or any other eyebrow kits out there that give you really thick, awesome eyebrows. I don't really need that. That's not something that is particularly helpful for me. It's just gonna make me look like I need to take a baby wipe to my eyes. So I just need something that's quick and simple, and that's what this is. And it's $1, and you know how I am about dollar products. The next thing that I am super obsessed with, this is the Kat Von D. This is the Shade to Light Contour Palette, and it is absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna do a review on it. It's got all of these great contours here and some really fantastic highlights that I wish were a little bigger, but they have lasted me really well, and I use quite a bit of them when I'm contouring and highlighting. This is the best contour highlight palette that I've ever gotten. When I went into Sephora, because I was looking for a good contour highlight palette, I basically went through to like 3 of the big name brands, and I asked one of the Sephora representatives to be like, hey, can you help me find some good palettes? And she was like, okay, here are these 3 ones that I like, and try them out. And so I did all the little testers, and I like took my arm and I like did all the contours on like the bottom half of my arm, and then I did like all the highlights on top, and I left enough room that I could like, you know, put different products next to each other, if that makes any sense. So I did like I did Smashbox, maybe I did Urban Decay, I can't remember if they have one or not, and then I did the Sephora brand one, and then I did the Kat Von D one, and I like basically like put them all side by side, and the Kat Von D one was the one that was the strongest, and it stuck out the most. And for me, that's important because I already have a contour highlight palette, and it doesn't really show up very well when I'm on stage doing performances, and so I needed something that was really gonna pop, and that's what this product did, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Last thing that I've been super obsessed with is this Tartelette palette. This is the In Bloom one, and these are all in nudes, and I really like nude colors. I think they kind of look better on my face. I have a hard time pulling off colors, and this one is just really phenomenal. It goes on like butter. It's probably the best nude palette that I've ever gotten because the colors are so concentrated and they pigment really well, which is what was very important to me, especially for my drag career. So that is my list of favorites for January. I had to think like, what month am I in? Hopefully this doesn't end up happening in February because I'm going to be really, really upset about that. I'm trying to be better about editing, but I just hate Macs so much. I'm sorry for any of you Mac users out there. This is not for me. It's just not. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all again in the next video that I do. Let me know what your favorite things have been so far this month in January, and how are you doing so far with your New Year's resolutions? I think that I'm doing pretty well with what I set to do for myself. Alright, so I'll see you then. Bye!